Hello, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of Let's Live Radio coming to you on Facebook this morning. It's a beautiful morning in New Orleans and in Pass Christian. Hello, everyone.
Hello, sister dear.
Oh, I'm getting a feedback. I'm getting feedback. I gotta turn that off. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, but we're still going. This is live, everybody. So, okay, are we on? Oh, we're on. Okay, sister, we're gonna start the show all over again. Everyone who's listening, thank you so much for being there. And oh, I see. Oh, we have a lot of listeners. We got Yolanda. And we've got Dorothy in Pass Christian, Mississippi, and this is Sister Talk. Sister, oh
Sister.
sister, it's time for our show. Take it away, Dorothy.
All right. Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to you. I can see you.
Okay. Okay. So what do you want me to say?
I want
Hello.
you to tell us about
Wait a minute. I
school
gotta turn.
today.
I guess I gotta turn this thing off because it's giving me too much. I'm distracted.
Yeah.
All right. So can I hear you again?
Yes, I'm going to start with we're going to start all over again.
The third time's a charm.
Oh, sister, it's time to start our show. And then you sing.
All right. Well, I am so happy to be here with Sally Ann and my niece, Kelly, who's in the control room.
Yeah.
And I am here in my store at Robin's Nest in the Pass, located in Pass Christian, Mississippi. I'm so excited to be able to share with you some things that are happening in our store, talk with you a little bit about my journey. My sister gave me all of about 5 minutes notice, which is a joke. If we had an audience, people would be laughing, Sally Ann,
Yeah.
laughing with us, not at you. So I'm just excited to be here, and I'm going to let my sister ask me what she wants to
Okay, I
ask
have a
me.
lot of questions for you. First of all, Dorothy, I want you to show us your shop. Can you show us a little bit of your
Sure.
shop? And
I say sure like my grandson,
uh-huh.
Lawrence, says
I know
sure
that's
all the
all the
time. Let me see if I
time.
can turn it around.
Yeah. And
That would have been helpful. Okay, I think I'm doing it.
oh,
So,
so beautiful. I
first
love your
off,
shop.
this is I'm headed toward the front door. On the, we have jewelry in various cases, distinctive jewelry, and some jewelry actually made by little old me. People said that I should try to show off my things, and so I'm trying to do that a little bit, but I'm kind of shy. You know, Mom always taught us when you strut, you stumble. But I got started with Robin's Nest in the past because I make jewelry. Robin and Sally Ann wear some of it. And
I'm
but
wearing
we
your earrings right
yes,
now, Robin's Nest earrings.
yes, I'm actually wearing a pair of my pearl earrings, and this is some dune jewelry in this cabinet, which is jewelry that is made with sand from the various beaches here on the Gulf Coast. This is some other jewelry. So we have jewelry in the main part of the store over on the right-hand side when you first walk in. So I'm going to act like I'm walking in,
Okay.
and you would be greeted with welcome to Robin's Nest.
Mhm.
I'm looking now at a special table that Sally Ann loves.
I love
Sally Ann helps me curate the Power Collection. And the Power Collection is merchandise that is meant to inspire, uplift, and motivate you. So we have an array of angels. If I had my life to do over again, I'd find you sooner so I could love you longer. Here's a beautiful mom. I have to see. God has you in his keeping. These are the types of things here that we sell on in the Power Collection, which is our number one selling category because people like to be uplifted and motivated, and it's very easy for us to do that with this level of merchandise. Below there, we have all these different pillows. Hey, how about this? New Orleans is my happy place.
Yes. And Dorothy,
Gulfport is my happy place.
Yeah, I love
And even Ocean Springs is my happy place. Now, we can get these pillows in any city that you like. I'm actually getting some for Robin that will say Key West is my happy place, because she has a little place that she enjoys staying down there. And then these are some more items of the Power Collection. So if you're interested in getting something like Metairie is my happy place, or even New Orleans East, I think they might be able to put that on there. And then I'm going to take you around the corner to let you see some of our journals. Journals, Sally Ann loves to journal. She's done that all her life. And we have some beautiful books here. And Still I Rise by Maya Angelou, which is a journal for you. You also see Sister Sally's book going live. And then we have Your Power is On. We feature this as well. We have Robin's book, which is autographed. And we even have a little book right here called Unboxed, where I have a chapter that I've written and autograph it for folks as well. So this counter does very, very well. And this is just one smidgen of the store.
And Dorothy, as you're showing some things, I just want to give a shout out. I want to say hello to Patty Aguilar, who makes jewelry as well, and Debbie Roberts is watching, and also want to say hello to Phyllis Reese, and also to Stacy and to Betty and to Patricia and to Leanne and to Christy. Thank you so much for watching. Kim and Vernay and Carolyn and Cindy and Lloyd and Ray and Denise and Ruby Faye, and also Glenna is watching us, and Michael Hall. Nice to have some men here watching us.
Hey, I think I know a Michael Hall.
Oh,
tell him hi for me.
Oh, yeah. You just did, sister. You know you're on.
Oh, that's right. Oh, hey, Michael.
Yay. And you also have some things in the men's collection you might want to show us as well.
Yes. All right. Let me zip over there.
We have Yolanda.
There's two areas for where we have men's. You know, Hallie, my husband, is always encouraging me to have more items for men. So we do have a beautiful array of wine openers and knives. These knives are all hand done. And let me get one for you, so you can see it maybe a little closer up. I can't see where the camera is, right there. This one is with the scale. It's all burned in, so these are all artisan made. We have some other beautiful things. We just got this great wooden orb in. Look at this. It just sits on its own little base. One of our wood turners brought that into us yesterday.
Yeah, tell people. We have a lot of people who are artists, local artists, and
yes,
you take them on consignment.
Right, I sure do. And then we do have an array of other types of merchandise that men would love. We have these wonderful Sergio Lou bracelets, cuff bracelets. That are really, really nice, and we have them in some larger sizes also, like this beautiful Celtic design there. Mm-hmm. Then we have pins with a purpose. Michelle Gillette. These pins are all hand turned, and the reason it's called Pins with a Purpose is that a portion of the proceeds go to help feed people in Africa. And to this day, I think this company has supported 155,000 meals to people in Africa. And our store alone probably has had somewhere in the neighborhood of about 25,000 meals have been provided. But this is our men's section. We have a lovely bowl. This is a part of the Power Collection right here, this particular piece. So we just have a few manly items over there, and then we have a few in a cabinet. Just so we try to make sure we are covering and providing for our men as well. So in this front cabinet, if you can see it, we have two new knives. Men love knives, and these are hand done. One is like I think he calls it like a skinning knife, and then we have some wonderful bracelets. And then back to just our jewelry And then back over here, I want to show you, Sally Ann, these are the Power Collection
I
figurines.
love those
These are resin
figurines.
figurines with wonderful statements on them. She who kneels before God can stand before anyone. And then we recently got a new one in. This one right here says, a miracle can happen now. Look at those ladies all looking up, glancing up at the Lord. And as we know, he is always with us
Yes,
and
yes,
always
always.
is there to help us. Your name is Victory, and this one is in yellow. These are a part of the Power Collection also, and people love, love, love them.
Mm.
As well as they
Can
love
you
some
show
more
us the
jewelry
small
with the Power
ladies?
Collection called
Oh, okay.
Spirit Lala.
Oh, yeah.
Spirit Lala, the reason we selected this is that their packaging is
Mm-hmm.
so lovely in a sense that you can see these wonderful words such as um, live life.
Yeah.
And if you can read all of that, it says, to live, one must have sunshine, freedom, and love. And
And love.
freedom, as we all know, is an important aspect in our country right now, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So
And in the
I
name of
love
love,
Spirit
Dorothy, I'm
Lala.
interrupting you just a minute. I want to go back and just want to give out some
Sure.
love to Bonnie and thank you. Good morning. You are a beautiful lady to be watching us right now. Patricia Finney, thank you. Karen Joseph, Colleen Kelly, Prescott is watching. Good morning to you. Good morning, Valinda. Good morning, Kiki and Royal Arsenault and Karen Baralou, Lorio and Dorothy. Love that name, Dorothy Capers,
Yes.
Caius, and also Ellen. Thank you again for tuning in, and Bonnie. Thanks again, and Anthony. Oh, good, and also Peggy. Good to have you with us. Tiffany Johnson Wells, and oh, so many. Paul Pidgery, I'm messing up that name, but Paul, thank you so much for watching. And Sandra Lee, and oh, Marvin Robillard, and Bonnie, and Lori, and Linda, and it goes on. Oh, thank you so much for tuning in this morning. And we've got so much to share with you today. In addition to showing you everything, I think the reason why I really wanted to talk to Dorothy today, and we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I want to talk to Dorothy about how she made the leap. She changed careers in mid-course, and she opened this store. And I want her to share her story with you. I think it might encourage some budding entrepreneurs and also people who are interested in becoming an entrepreneur. Dorothy can help you with that as well. And so we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with Dorothy Roberts.
Can you hear me?
And yes, I can hear you. We are back. And Dorothy is at her shop in Pass Christian, Mississippi. It's called Robin's Nest in the Pass. And Dorothy, I
Can you
want you
hear
to
me?
share your story. You were a social worker for many years, and you were president of the Social Workers Association in Mississippi at one time.
Yes.
Tell people a little bit about how you made that shift and why you made the shift into becoming an entrepreneur.
Sure. Well, for many, many years, going back to childhood, I've always enjoyed making things. And as you well know, after I went through a divorce, after being married for 25 years, I fell into jewelry making. Jewelry making just was a natural evolution for me in terms of creating things. I worked as a social worker for 25 years with the state of Mississippi. And as I was selling my jewelry, um, I felt like I would like to have an environment where I could support other people as well as my own venture in designing and creating different pieces. So, with mom getting so ill and passing, Robin's illness, I took stock of my life and I said, I think if I am going to move into the late fall of my life, I think I would like to do something different. And I put up a prayer, and God led me to this store. And from there, I decided that I really wanted to open up my own business. Now, in doing that, I did go to classes. I went to SBA. I would encourage anybody who's thinking about opening a business to get as much information as possible, but try not to overload yourself as well. It's a balancing act. And what I mean by that is you can outthink yourself. You can get so much information and you can feel overwhelmed and feel like this is just not going to happen. But I got enough information to know how to do what I'm doing at this point.
You
And
found,
so in
Dorothy, you
2015, that's when I opened the store.
and
What are you saying?
I wanted to say this to you. You follow the 5P formula that
Mm-hmm.
this family believes in. You
Yes.
started off with prayer. You lifted it up. And there's a saying: if it's for you, then God will open the door. If it's not for you, you can't force it open. But if it is for you, you can't stop it from opening. So
That's that's very
you
true.
prayed over it, and then you prepared. You did what you needed to do. But there comes a time when you have to proceed, and that's what you're talking about right now. That's the
Right.
difficult thing, because they prayed up, they prepared everything, and then wow, okay, now it's time. But it's scary to step out. And I remember you say the store. When you brought me into that little space there, it was an empty shell.
Yes, it
It
was.
had a beautiful aroma of soap, because I think it was a soap
Yes, it was.
factory.
It was a Pasquishan soap company had
Yeah,
been here beforehand.
and
And when you came in, it was completely empty. And yes, I had a vision of where I think things would go. But with retail, everything is always evolving. Like what you all just saw today, in about a week or two from now, we're going to have it shifted around again. But yes, I proceeded, and you're
hmm
absolutely correct that you pray, you prepare, and then you just step out on faith,
yeah, you
and
step
then
out.
you persevere, and
That's the fourth
persevere
P. Yeah.
through. It is also a critical P in that sometimes people give up very easily, and it's important to continue to move forward, to figure out how to meet those challenges, and they will come before you in
Yeah.
any environment, in any type of setting that you're working in.
Yeah.
But I have persevered. We've been open now 5 years. We're delighted that we were able to renovate the store last year, so we now have a more welcoming and open environment in our store. And this, we want this to be an experience. We love it to be a shopping experience, but we want it to be an experience for you to come into this little town of Pasquishan, Mississippi, and to come into our store to meet our staff who know all about all the different merchandise that we have, and for you just to enjoy yourself. I used to think I wanted to run a retreat. I don't know if I've ever told you this story, sister, but
I'm
I
learning
wanted to
something.
actually, my pipe dream was to own property way out in the country and have a retreat center where people could come in and
Uh-oh, here comes Dana.
just, as the word says,
Uh-huh.
retreat from life a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I discovered that I really don't like bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And bugs are really out in the country. So this is my retreat.
Uh-huh.
This is where people can come in and hear the fountain running and some music going. And they can come in and get away from the world. They can come in, and if they're trying to find that special gift that means something to someone, I think if they just take their time, they'll find that gift and connect to that person who they're gifting it to.
And I want to give out this number. If you would like to call in, we'd love to hear from you. Call 504-294-LIVE. That's 504-294-5483. And Dorothy and I are here to answer your questions or your comments, and we welcome your calls. So give us a call, 504-294-5483. And Dorothy, I want to also say this. You had a way of visualizing, and I believe you will have a retreat one day, because if you visualize that, it's going to happen. But
Yeah.
you visualized everything. You were able to tell me specifically, that's where I'm going to be hanging my art, and this is going to be our counter here. I mean, you could see everything in your mind's eye, so you did not make that shift from being the director of an important organization on the Gulf Coast. You did not retire early from that without a lot of preparation and visualization and doing the groundwork. So you prayed, you prepared, you proceeded. You went right from your position. What was your position again?
I was the director of South Mississippi Regional Center,
Yes,
which is a
wonderful place.
facility that provides services, residential and community-based services for people with developmental disabilities.
Yes.
I was a social worker, director of social services, assistant director, and then the director. We had a budget of about $28 million that was comprised of different pools of money to provide for people with developmental disabilities. And I felt very blessed and very honored and very privileged to work for the state of Mississippi as a social worker. And a lot of the reason why I could do what I'm doing is that we had a good retirement plan, and I was able to retire and know that on a personal level, all of that would be taken care of, so I could just focus on getting the store up and running. And you're absolutely right. I retired on June 30th, 2015, and September 15th, 2015, I opened up Robin's Nest. And that first buying trip in New York, I think you went with me to that first
Yes,
trip. I remember, this is how much I didn't know about retail, but I was placing orders. And this person said to me, "So when do you need this?" And now, mind you, we were there in August. I was going to open the store in September. And I told the person, "Well, we're opening our store on September 15th or September 17th or 18th. And she says, "Oh my goodness, we'll get this in ASAP." And I didn't realize that, sometimes when you order things, they're going to want to, you order it ahead of time. And I gave people literally a month's time. And then we were getting merchandise, and we were opening it and trying to figure out where we'd display it. And it was a lot of fun. When you are when you are a business owner, you work longer and harder than you ever have worked in your life. But I will tell you this, it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like work, but I know it is. My shoulders will tell me I know it is, where you have little issues with my shoulders and whatnot. But it doesn't feel like it because I love what I do. I've been very blessed. One of the key things you need to do, surround yourself with people who know stuff that you don't know. You have to do that. You have to have a good CPA. You have to have somebody who's good with all of that kind of work, because that's critical to being successful. You have to have a good mindset of bringing people in who can work with you. Our staff are called nesters because we're Robin's Nest, and they're called nesters. And each one of them have a strength and an ability that allows me to be able to leave out of here when I need to leave out, because as a store owner, you have to go to market. And so you have to surround yourself with people who can help bring that vision that you have and that mission that you have to fruition.
Well, Dorothy, another thing, we're missing the elephant in the room. You and other entrepreneurs have really had to find a way to keep going during this pandemic. How has the pandemic changed the way you operate? How has it changed the way you reach your customers?
Yeah, that's a great question. And what we have done, we provide curbside pickup, which we had never done. Our online sales have been boosted. People aren't there. Some people are not coming into the store, and that has impacted us, obviously. But we're picking up with our social media. We schedule posts. People follow us from all across the United States. They'll see something. I can send them an invoice. I've got a UPS now contract with UPS. They come and pick up our packages after we pack them as carefully as possible. So what's happened is we still have that contact with people. They'll call us on the phone. They'll message me through Facebook. And so that part of the business has increased. And with that new renovation, with the stock room that we have a great packing area now, which is very, very helpful to us. And so those are the things that's how it's shifted for us. We have a lot of hand sanitizer all over the place, and we all wear masks in the store. But we're still welcoming. We welcome you when you come in, and we say goodbye when you leave out. But the online and the invoice process for us has been a real saving grace for people in retail.
And tell people how they can find your page, your
Sure.
your store.
Yeah,
online.
we have an Instagram page, and I think it's called just Robin's Nest. Robin's Nest in the past, probably on both of them. Facebook and Instagram is how you can contact us. You can, if you ever see anything on our videos, then you can call us at 228-222-4863, which is the store number. We'll take your phone call. We'll find the page that you were looking at and help you make that purchase. So those are the ways that you can get a hold of us: through Facebook, Robin's Nest in the past. I have an email which is Dorothy, DOROTHY, at robinsnestinthepast.com as well. If anybody wants to reach out to me by email.
And while anyone who has a question, let us know. I'm watching you here online on Facebook, and I'm thanking all the people who are joining us for this. I just want to say, Marvin, thank you so much for joining us, and Patrice and Nicole and Deborah and Jeanette and Brady. We are so happy to have you here. And we want you to know that there is a 5P. So we talked about the pray, talked about the prepare, we talked about the proceed, we talked about the persevere. And the 5th P is what we learned growing up. You are not Lucy Marion's child. You are not Lawrence's child unless you knew how to praise him.
Praise him.
And Dorothy,
That's
you
right.
have a way. Sometimes we think of praise, and praise is yes, praise. That's why Let's Live Radio exists. We play gospel music. We believe that the word is in the music. The music ministers. Minister to our soul. And so music is so important. And Mama used to love to sit at her piano and sing her gospel songs. And then also there's the praise of worship when we can worship together. And that has been interrupted in large part by the pandemic. We are not able to come together as much as we used to, but we praise together. My dear friend and prayer partner, Phyllis, of 31 years, we pray together on the phone. Wherever two or three are gathered in his name, there he is in the midst. And Phyllis, I know you're watching. I love you. And also, another thing that you do, and I want you to talk about this, Dorothy. Sometimes we need to be still. One of my favorite verses of Scripture is Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. With all the stress that you have in your life, with the pressures that you have as a mother, grandmother, business owner, wife, all the titles that you wear, very active in your church. Tell people about your quiet time.
Well, my quiet time is usually early in the morning. I'm a day person, and so I like to get up early in the morning, and I go sit in my room, and I enjoy I enjoy meditating. I've gotten away a little bit from it, which I started several months ago, and I've been away from it. But my quiet time is just being thoughtful, being listening, asking those questions, and then just allowing God to come into my life and come into my head, so I can hear the answers to some of the questions that I might have. That's how I maintain some of my balance, with just being quiet in the morning, doing some meditation. I love playing the piano. When I really am full, I will go home. Since we've moved, I don't have a piano in my home, which is going to change because I cannot not have a piano in my home. But what I do is I go over to, our family home here in the pass, and I just sit at the piano and I play and I sing, and I hear Mom's voice in my singing, and it's very comforting to me. So those are the things that I do that help me stay somewhat centered, because I do have a few things on my plate, but that's okay.
That's okay.
God is good.
Well, Dorothy, I'm going to let you show us some more of your store because you have purses that I love from Cambodia. And
I will be happy to do that. Let me pull this off the stand
in your store.
and
all of this is available
flip it back
online.
around. I think you're talking about our baskets of Cambodia purses.
I love those.
That are extremely durable, very stylish, roomy. We have all sizes, different colors. We have an array of purple right here for all you LSU fans.
Yeah, LSU.
Some of these can be worn as crossbodies. Let's pull one out here. Can't see see how beautiful. These are made in Cambodia, and they're made from a grass that's woven. This is the Kim Ang in a beautiful green. Another small version right here. I went a little overboard when I ordered these, but we sell them all year round. I love the clutch version, and then this is a mini clutch version. Prices start around in the 20s and go up to about $60 or $80. Again, I love this style. This is a different shape. Look how cute this is, and it also has a strap inside.
So
that
many
you can
of the
wear.
products that you sell, Dorothy, have a story behind them. You have things from all over the world, and it's just remarkable. Every time I walk into the shop, I see something new. And I'm looking at something new right now. I haven't seen those bags before.
These are the Danny Kaye line. The Danny Kaye is not Danny Kaye the actor, but Danny Kaye out of the Los Angeles area. He hand cuts all of his material. These are upholstery type bags. They have an adjustable strap. This is called the zipper bag.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very nice. And like this, these start right at, this is $38. It will last you a long, long time. I keep one in the car. So it's my small purse going from my big purse. And then these, you were with me when we bought these. These are a beautiful
Made in the
purse with a little fringe,
USA.
another little fabric bag.
Yeah.
You can tie the knot and make it a smaller length.
Mm-hmm.
But purses are important to us as women. We love having those.
Yeah.
Polly, can you go get do we have a wallet, the I Am Phenomenal wallet? Are we out of those? Oh, we also had a little wallet that Polly's here with me now. She was going to go see if we had one in the back, but we might be out of that.
And you have some beautiful clothing as well. I like it.
Yes, just you can look on the end.
Oh, the
Okay,
scarves
yes,
and
we do.
everything.
We have some beautiful kimonos. Some of these are on discount right now. So if you call me, if you see any of that, I can give you the discount as well. I like one size fits all,
I like
but I
that
do
too.
have a couple of things like this one right here is a nice heavy sweater that I got in Atlanta. And then this right here is a nice little jacket, little raincoat. And
I like
then over
shopping
on,
with you, Dorothy, because you
yeah.
have an eye
So
for
we do try
things.
to have a variety. So let me show you one of our most popular lines. It's a 7-way scarf. This one is just gorgeous. We have it the long way right here. And what I mean by the long way is that you just turn it on your neck and it becomes a poncho. Or you can keep it the short way, which is this way. It's the same style of material, different material, but the same style. So we love that. If you bring that over here to me too, please. And then we have a beautiful, thank you, Polly. We also carry I'm a Woman Phenomenally Made. We have, this is a part of the Power Collection, as I've spoken to you already about. So I wanted to show you that we do try to keep some merchandises like that as well. And then I'll show you some of our scarves. We'll be ordering some new ones coming in. Scarves, scarves are a wonderful gift when you're looking for something nice to give a girlfriend or a mom or an aunt. You can come in and you can find this is a beautiful long, it's crinkly material, very soft. So we try to have a variety of accessories. We also carry hats. I'll be making another hat order because we're really low on our hats. And in the South, people like,
canes.
well,
You have
not just the
canes,
South,
the
but in
walking
the spring
canes.
is coming and we'll want to do that.
And
And
you
then
have
look at this.
your
We
walking
also
canes.
carry canes.
Mhm.
Canes, I did not know I would be carrying them, but somebody asked me, will you be carrying canes? And I said to myself, why would I want to carry canes? But we live in an older community.
And guess what,
And
Dorothy? We're
because
not
of
spring
that,
chickens
I
anyway anymore.
came across this cane company,
Uh-huh.
and we have done very well. Like this one is a great, look how fun this is.
Yeah.
Now you can go to Walmart and buy some canes, but you won't find a cane like this. This is adjustable, it's metal, and it has all the instructions on how you should properly use a cane. So we have this back in our accessory side that you just flip them out. Mom was on a cane and on a walker later in life. So we try to have wide aisles, as you can see. This is a shot from way back in the store. And people might say, well, why don't you fill it all up with merchandise? But again, we want this to be a positive experience for people. We don't want you walking through the store and knocking over stuff because we're chock full. And I want to show you, I know you'd love to see this, Sally-Ann,
I love
our crosses, our raku crosses. We carry a full line of raku pottery that's all a little different in that it may have the same emblem, but because of the glazing, it'll all be different. That's a beautiful Tree of Life Dream Catcher tile. The wave. Of course, you're fleur de lis. We
Yeah.
sell a lot of fleur de lis here in the
Yeah. Go
Mississippi Gulf
Saints.
Coast.
And
A lot of
also, do
fleur
you
de lis.
have, and you also have those night lights that are so beautiful.
Yes, as you speak,
Oh, I like
here
those.
they are.
Beautiful.
These are
Oh,
phenomenal.
they
They're all
just bring a
made
sense of
in
peace.
Northern California, so they're all hand done. Look at this beautiful new one here, this angel. It's one of the colored ones. The colored ones run 34. The regular ones run 30.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this tiger. You can
Yeah.
almost,
Oh,
so you
yeah.
just
Let's
turn that
see.
light on
Yeah.
and
Oh, that's my favorite. Right there. Back up where you had the trees and the
yes,
forest and the
isn't that
light coming through
beautiful?
the
I
trees.
believe that's called Twilight.
Beautiful.
That's what that's called. That's a beautiful one. As well as this one, we talk about still. This is
Mm-hmm.
called Still Reflections.
Mm.
And then we have the pelican, state bird of Louisiana.
Yeah. And
And
how much
bees.
are
Bees are
the
very popular right
how
now. Let me
much
see
are
where I
the
can get to the bee.
what's the range of the night lights?
They start at 30, and the plain ones are 30. The ones with any color are 34.
Beautiful.
Cardinals.
I've
Oh
given
my
those as
gosh.
gifts.
Cardinals are the bird of
Mm-hmm.
remembrance.
Yeah.
And people say if a cardinal flies by, your loved one is thinking of you, or your loved one is right there close to you. So we sell a lot of cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
But this bee is also kind of cool. This is called queen bee.
Uh,
So
and
these are all lovely. They come boxed,
and
ready to go
and you also
for
have something we need to see, and that's the kernel collection.
yes, you know the store well.
Yes, I do.
You've been in it a couple of
I think I'm
times.
your
You're
number
my
one
number one
customer.
customer.
Yes.
So here is the Colonel. The Colonel collection is goat milk soap and lotion made for us right here in Waveland, and a wonderful fragrant candle. The Colonel is to honor Dad,
Yes.
Colonel Lawrence E. Roberts. We have this great plaque also now. It's not. It's a wonderful plaque with an airplane. But I love this picture of Dad. He's right
There's
there in the
Dad in the
middle.
middle.
This is his graduating class from Tuskegee Airmen program. Then his helmet when he was a jet pilot. And people kind of school me on all of this. This is his pilot when he was in the Air Force, because it's when he was flying a jet, because that's where his oxygen came in. Then we have goat milk soap. And the words that we have on here is he was a man of integrity, strength, a patriot, and a trailblazer.
Oh,
So this is any purchase of our Colonel collection, they get a pamphlet that has information about that to help inspire, uplift, and motivate a young person who might be thinking of a career in aviation. And there he is when he was a cadet in the Tuskegee Airmen program. And there he is in his dress suit with his daughters at one of your events, Sally
yes, the
Ann.
Each One
Each one
Save
save
One
one.
gala. Oh wow, Dorothy, you've shown us your shop, and there's only one more thing I want you to show in your shop. There's so much to see.
Yes. I'm just walking as you're
Yes,
talking.
and I want you to show us Mom's pillow that you had made
Oh,
with the
yes.
quote from Mom, and it's
Okay.
the way I
I,
want to say goodbye, so you can get back to work. But
sure,
this has
sure.
been
We're getting ready
fun.
to open. Well, Mom had a phrase, as you well know, that she said, everyone has a gift. Discover yours and share it with the world. Lucy Marion Roberts. This is made for us. This is her collection, also her bath and body collection. We have that phrase on her, the body soap, the body wash, the hand soap, and the lotion. We have it in a beautiful set of 3 right here. We have them packaged that way. Everything is $16. So if you have all 3 of them, it's $48. But that phrase is not only on her a pillow, but it's also on a tote. And all of this is available online, robinsnestinthepast.com. I think it's one of the first collections.
Well,
So,
Dorothy,
mhm.
I want you to. We can see you on camera again. I want you to say a few words. You're such an encourager. Much from you, and I think that you are inspiring. Is there a little bitty tune that you might want to sing in?
um, Blessed assurance, Jesus is mine. Oh, what a foretaste of glory divine, heir of salvation, purchase of God, filled with his goodness, blessed with his love. This is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long. Well, this is my story, this is my song, praising my Savior all the day long.
And on that beautiful note, thank you so much, sister. We're going to do this again sometime soon. And I'll
Very
see
good.
you soon. I love you.
Love you too.
And
Thank you so much. Love you, Kelly. You did a great job. See you all later.
And I want to thank all of you for joining us in this tour of Robin's Nest in the Past. And you can find out more about my sister's store at robinsnestinthepast.com. And we hope that you have a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful day. God bless you all.